Rosa Parks, often referred to as the mother of the civil rights movement, inspired many and is the face of the 1955-56 Montgomery bus boycott. All it took was one woman to spark the bus boycott that would go on for over a year and be regarded as the first large-scale U.S. demonstration against segregation. On December 1st, 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat to a white man. She was later then arrested shortly after and taken into custody. During this time, it was a normal thing for blacks to be treated unequally to whites on the Montgomery buses. Blacks had grown tired of the inequality and wanted change. After Rosa Parks' bail later that evening, E.D. Nixon, who had caught word of the arrest, jumped on this chance to find a reliable plaintiff in a case that would challenge the segregation laws of Montgomery. Eventually, another idea would arise. The black community of Montgomery would boycott the buses on the day of Parks' trial, December 5th, 1955. Rosa Parks is now becoming the face of the bus boycott, and which truly was a turning point in history for equality and justice.
Why you didn't sit in the back of the bus that day?
About the third stop from where I boarded the bus, there were some white people got on, and they took all the front seats and left one man standing. And when the driver saw this man standing up...
White man?
Yes, he was white.
They had sent flyers everywhere, notifying blacks in the community of the boycott. The day of the trial, where Rosa was found guilty of violating segregation laws, many blacks in the community were protesting against the buses. Seeing how many blacks had been protesting, Nixon and some ministers formed the MIA, also known as the Montgomery Improvement Association, to direct and manage the boycott. As the blacks protested, they faced violence and other forms of oppression. They faced threats, bombings, and the possibility of losing their jobs from no longer having the speed of taking the bus. With all these risks in mind, the black community kept walking. Rosa Parks was truly leading the black community to justice.
The passenger didn't ask for the seat at all. They didn't say anything, but just found a place to stand. The driver noticed him standing, and that is when he told the four of us to let him have those seats, which meant the four of us would have been standing, and then this man could only occupy one seat, and then there would be 3 vacant seats.
Because the blacks were the majority of bus riders, this business lost a lot of money. The black community's boycott was having a major impact on the economy in Montgomery. The government officials failed to meet the demands of the MIA, and they decided to keep protesting. What had initially started out to only boycott the bus for a day had become a boycott that would go on for more than a year. Eventually, on June 5th, 1956, the United States Supreme Court ruled segregation on buses unconstitutional, and the blacks had finally won. However, the fight would not be over so soon. The black community would have to keep walking until the government put the new laws into effect, which would take quite some time. On December 20th, 1956, the federal decision went into effect. The success in Montgomery inspired other African American communities in the South to protest racial discrimination and galvanize the direct non-violent resistance phase of the civil rights movement. The movement was having a widespread effect and became a turning point in history that would lead to the end of segregation in the United States forever.
But you weren't supposed to sit next to a white man.
That was the rule then.
So you did not get up?
No, I didn't.
Do you know why?
Yes, because I didn't think I should have to get up. I had already paid my fare, and I'm sure he didn't pay any more than I did. And I didn't think that once we take a seat, even in under the segregation conditions, that we should be made to stand up in a crowded bus.
Are you bitter over it?
No, I'm not.
Why
not at this time. Well, in fact, during our protest in Montgomery, we did have some white people who
joined with you?
Joined with us, and they suffered a great deal.
The movement showed that it was not a movement of white against black, however wrong versus right. The driver who kicked Rosa Parks off the bus, James F. Blake, has even come out and said that he was just doing what he was told. There are also many whites who were involved with the movement, including the Durs. The only true villains were the people in power who wanted to keep blacks down and not give them the equality they deserved.
I felt that it was, in fact, Dr. Martin Luther King used to say himself that it was not a black and white issue, but it was right and wrong.
Right, absolutely.
So you didn't hold it against collectively all white people?
That's true. I did not.
What then did you do with your anger?
I tried to use my anger. I tried to have as little anger as possible, but I tried to use it to help people who were suffering and many who were discouraged and did not have the courage to try to take a stand for themselves.
Do you feel, Rosa, that this movement has been a success?
It has we have made many improvements from way back there when we had legally enforced racial segregation, but we still have many challenges to face, and we have many problems to solve.
Do you have faith?
Yes, I still have
The Montgomery
faith
bus
that
boycott
it is possible.
is truly a turning point in history.